What's good? What's good? What's good, Bronco Nation? We are back for another episode of Inside the Stable, behind the scenes, man. I got my guy, Coach Will here. How y'all doing today? How you doing?
Good, man. Bye week.
I know
Much
much
needed.
needed rest this week, man. So basically, we go recap this fire game from last weekend, and we're gonna start chatting it up a little bit about this next coming against the Metro Detroit Raiders. We got one of our DBs on, safety, actually, safety slash DB, Brandon Neeson. We're going to bring him on the show. We're going to talk some football with him. Um, and we go discuss something that we've seen on social media when it comes to pro advancement football that, even though it don't really concern our league or our team, but we kind of want to discuss it. I've been seeing a lot of back and forth going on as far as this punishment that has been issued from the
Mhm.
PFA and the commissioner Duncan. But other than that, man, how your week been, Coach Will?
Week has been good. Had to go to the hospital today. So they had to cut me open a little bit, but I'm good. Recovery's on full go right now. But other than that, man, great week. Hot. It's hot in Cleveland, man.
Man, it's hot everywhere. Ohio right now,
Yeah.
man. I swear it is.
What about you, sir? How you weekend, man?
Man, like I said, enjoying this much needed bye week, man. Get ready. We getting ready to suit up again next weekend against the Metro Detroit Raiders. But other than that, man, just taking it one day at a time, man.
Yes, sir.
But all right, we ain't gonna hold y'all long. We go ahead and get into our first guest, Mr. Brendan Eason. What's good, my guy?
What's y'all doing?
We good, we good, we good, man. Uh, so like I was basically telling Coach Will, man, you had an impressive defensive game against the Columbus Fire. Um, I like to crack a little jokes here and there, but you should have had three interceptions. You had the Butterfingers on one of them, but you did get your two picks against the Fireman. Um, so basically, we just go ahead and jump into it and talk some football, man. So, what was your thought process going into that Fire game? Let me ask you that question first.
Thought process was let's just get a good win and let's go home safely. I mean, we traveled decent, but let's just get a good win and let's just go home safely.
Like that, like
Minus
that.
all the little rain and all the little field problems, but I mean, just get a win and let's go back home and just celebrate.
Right. And it's hard to, like Jimmy mentioned it to me after the game. It's hard to win in Columbus, and the fact that we
Yeah.
did that shows this team is headed in the right direction. We'll probably end up seeing the Fire again in the playoffs or whatnot. But what was I? I forgot what I was figuring to ask me. You go ahead, Coach Will.
Man, speaking of that, like you said, it's kind of impossible to usually win in Columbus because such a prestigious team that they always have. Take me through it as it got close down to the wire. From fourth quarter to the first, and through the third overtime. What was the
Uh,
vibes like? What was the mentality like? For the defense.
yeah. I mean, it been kill since we, what I'm saying, step on the field together. But I mean, it was like, I mean, we gotta, drop our, our technicals in, and play man, play ball, for real. We gotta drop our nuts and play ball. Excuse
Like
my
that.
language.
No, no, you good. You good.
Yeah, but we just gotta just man up and everybody play to their best ability, and we pulled it off.
Hey man, listen. That one of your? Well, let me ask. Was that one of your like one of the games you can consider a banger for you? I mean, think about it. We went into three overtimes. It could have possibly been more, but we closed it out in three overtimes, man. I know your body was hurting. I know you was tired, man. How does it feel to play an extra seven quarter game?
To be honest, man, I know I'm old, but I was cool after the game. I was cool. Like I wasn't like hurt or nothing. Like the next day, I mean, what Sunday, I had went home. Got on my dirt bike and I was outside riding. But I mean, I was cool pretty much after the game though. Like my body don't be hurting all like that no more, like it used to be. But I'd be cool for the most part. But it was fun though. It was just like shit. Like man, we gotta pull this off some way somehow. And the people on our defense, we pulled it off.
You know, it's crazy to think about it. Three overtimes that's a lot of football. You
Yeah,
gotta think.
and then to me, I think it was fun though. Like
Mhm.
the game was fun in general because well, I haven't played on grass in so long, and it
Yeah,
just felt like I was a little kid again. So like that was really exciting for me, for real, playing on the grass and it was wet. Feel like I was back at home. You know what I'm saying? Like where I started from.
so are you with that? Like, you see a lot of players nowadays. They prefer grass over turf. Are you kind of with that?
I'm with the grass if it's like like good cut grass and like like well maintained. But I mean, it really don't matter to me. Football is football. Grass
Yeah,
and turf, it's a difference. But I mean, it is what it is. We signed up to play it, so we gotta do what we gotta do.
yeah.
All right, so being that you're a veteran, we supposed to have another one of our rookies on this at this level, Mr. Gabe. Being a veteran, how does your teaching translate to his game on the field? Because I think I might have mentioned it earlier. Number 9 is Gabe for us. He's been playing lights out. A lot of teams aren't targeting him uh, anymore. And I'm pretty sure that comes from your veteran leadership because at the end of the day, y'all are both on the same side of the field. Um,
Hmm.
how does that teaching translate to the field? Like, how does it feel to be able to pass down some of the? Let me say that. How does it feel to be able to pass down some of the knowledge you have gained over the years?
It feels great though. I mean, I like to help them out, help the young guys out, and then especially Gabe, since what I'm saying his color wise. But I mean, to me, Gabe a good player. He don't talk back now. He just listen. You know what I'm saying? He take every criticism what I'm saying that come his way. But he a good player. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully he can go farther than what he playing. I mean, maybe go to the next level or something. But he a good player. He
Very
listen.
coachable. Yep, very
Yeah,
coachable.
very coachable, very coachable. He don't say nothing back. He be like, all right, and I mean, like I think once he get out his little shell, you know what I'm saying, he'll start talking back. Right now, he's just in the groove of like, all right, I'm gonna listen to these people because they've been here for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But like once he get like real comfortable, he gonna start talking. Y'all gonna hear him in a minute.
I got that feeling too, though.
Yeah, he looked like
Yeah, y'all gonna hear him in a minute.
a much better player than he was. Yeah, like that. Well, he improved a lot. He came out the gate, improved, had a couple of interceptions. Man, he's been doing really good.
He been playing ball. He been playing Scotty ball. Yeah, I gotta keep coaching him up though. He cool though. Everybody need a little help. Even though I need some
Oh,
help
of course,
sometime on the field. But he
Yeah,
cool. He
of course.
he a nice
I hear
player. He
y'all
got that side
talking.
on lock. Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Cause
That's
everybody be trying
definitely
to
what you
test
say
him.
in the box.
Yeah. Uh, that whole Saturday, everything was in the box. I don't care about no names and none of that. I don't care what they did years ago or I don't care about that. They play on the same field we played on Saturday night, and
Mhm.
we came with the victory. Whether we played against an NFL player or a arena player, I don't care about that because they ain't do nothing. They lost.
I
Care
like
about
that,
no name.
All right, you got something for him, Coach Will?
man. How have you viewed this season so far, man? Like, what would you from week one to now? What would you grade your season on? Like your performance?
My performance, I give my performance like a C because I know I could do better. I'm playing all right, but I know I could step it up a little bit. Stop being a little lazy here and there. But yeah, I give my performance like a C. I mean, cause I mean we didn't know that we was going, what I'm saying, like have a team or not, or not. But two teams, two championship teams coming together, it was gonna be a little rocky in the beginning, but I mean, like we still trying to gel for real, in some places. But I think we gonna end very strong than what other
Yeah,
people was thinking about us in the beginning.
yeah. That's real good honesty right there. That's a way to hold yourself accountable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know I
So
messed up a couple times.
it's fine. So Bean, we had Bean on the show early in the season, and he also mentioned expectations, which I think you just mentioned it just then as well a little bit as far as what people expected. People expected people expected us to be a super team, which we knew we weren't gonna be a super team because there ain't no such thing as a super team. I mean, unless you the Ravens. But other than that, expectation wise, is it going the way you expected it, or is it, or is you didn't expect us to be 4-1 in league play? Because I know a lot of teams was like, oh, they ain't go, they not gonna make no noise. Like you said,
Mhm.
you had two championship teams. You got one from Akron, one from Cleveland. Nobody expected it to be going this well. What was your expectations? Is it going the way you thought it would, or is it shocking for you the way it's going?
I mean, it's going kind of how I said it was gonna go, but I said that we might lose a couple games depending on how we travel. You know what I'm saying? Like our travel games may be a little shaky because last year it was like, wait, you know what I'm saying? We ain't had that many people traveling, so it was like, wait, man, we might lose a couple over the road games on the strength of the travel wise. But I mean, we've been cool for the last couple games. We've been cool,
All right.
but
And
it ain't shocking.
Jimmy said you owe him 3 interceptions too. By the way, man.
I got three already. What are you talking about? I got three, Jimmy.
Yeah, he
I
do
got
got
three.
3 already. He got one. Remember, he got one against the Bills games. Bills as well, Jimmy. I think he
Yeah, well,
said you owed him 3 from Friday. I mean, from
I
last
think he,
Saturday.
I think he talking about them
Man, listen,
drops.
man, that one drop, it was a one hand drop, man. My glove, my hands ain't that big enough to catch a one hander, especially on the ground. I tried, but it's all right. I get the next ones.
All right, man. I gotta ask you this,
What?
man. So,
He
given
dropped
that
like
we've been
six. No, I did
we've
not
been,
drop six picks.
we've been through the season so far, what's a who's a player that's kind of surprising you right now that you've been looking at?
On our team or just our defense?
Period. It could be your defense or it could be your team.
Um, man, I mean, I say Scotty Gabe, because I mean, shit, I
Mhm.
didn't know he was gonna play or not. You know what I'm saying? Because like we got our corners, but I mean, shit, he performing. So
Yeah.
yeah, Gabe, he surprised me.
Yeah, definitely giving the next man up thing a run for his money. Like I said, me personally, I like Gabe. I've been following Gabe since he even went to Florida with us and got 2 picks in Florida. So
Yeah.
I
Okay.
kind of, yeah, he went to Florida with the actual Ohio Broncos for the bowl game, and he had 2 picks in that game. So I kind of figured he was go step up a little bit. I didn't think he was gonna have a season. It ain't like his number wise, they not gonna pop off the page for you. They not just go be like he got 9 interceptions on the season. No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but you watch film, go back and watch any game film on us. You can see why we are ranting about Gabe. And like I said, it ain't nothing against the rest of the defense, but that's the one player that he has exceeded expectations of what we thought he was gonna do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
all right,
But
so
he playing hell of a ball though.
he do. So Nathan Foster said he do his job 100. Yeah, he definitely do because
For
it's
sure,
funny
he do
and
his job.
I don't see color. I mean, we see it, but I don't see it like
Yeah.
I'm not blinded by it. But it's funny because that whole game Saturday, the fire receiver literally kept telling the QB, "Hey man, if we don't try this white boy over here," and literally the very next play after he said it, like he said it like 2 or 3 times, QB didn't look his way, which means clearly the DB done locked him down. The very next time he
Right.
said it, they targeted him and Gabe gets the pick. So again, I rock with.
Yeah, for sure.
If you
That
watching
was
this game, this is for you. We giving you your first year at this level. I don't even think Gabe opened up to buy tobacco. I don't even think he opened up to buy tobacco. So the fact that you stepping up big time, man, in games that most people are fold under pressure, especially because of the name of who we playing. I think you
Mhm.
mentioned it. We don't worry about playing the name. We worry about playing the players. So it don't matter who it is.
yeah.
We go line up and what is y'all motto? Kill, kill, kill.
Yeah, kill, put shit in the box, man. That's out on box mode, man. Me and Gay out on box mode, man. Boxing shit up.
I like that.
So look, we should just go give out some of the stats. Clearly that wasn't a live. There wasn't a live stream. Fire never live streamed their game.
Yeah,
Um, and it was a misunderstanding with our media team as well, though. But uh, shout out to Bijan, man. Hey, man, shout out to Bijan. Bijan stepped up big against the Fire game. I knew of Bijan, but I seen Bijan step it up, like really
yeah.
step into the
He
QB
did.
role and was able to produce. We marched the ball up and down the field. It wasn't like it was hard. But shout out to
Right.
Bijan, man. He had 12 rushes for 40 yards, one touchdown on the ground, and then he also had passing wise. He went 11 to 21 for 115 yards and a touchdown, man. So shout out to Bijan if you watching or you go back to watch this, man. You rocking with Bijan, ain't you?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
B John cool. The B John cool. He should have been playing after after the one little kid got hurt, but I mean, he gotta wait his turn and the coaches gotta get used to him or like adjust to B John. But I mean he got his time
yeah,
and he shine.
He definitely did.
yeah. While we at it, man, shout out to Will. 8 carries for 60 yards. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
thank you, Will.
That's
Thank you, Will.
that's a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a good bulk of the offense right there, man. So it seems like both sides of the ball are kind of, as like we said a couple weeks ago, they got a gel and it's coming together. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It looks like it's getting real better. We getting primed for the playoff push.
All right, so enough of the Fire game, man. Not this Saturday. Next Saturday, July 11th. I'm sorry, 5 p.m. We back at home against the Metro Detroit Raiders, man. Uh, what is your expectations for this game, Brandon?
I mean the defense go out, shut out again. Well, not again, but try to get a shutout like we've been doing for the past couple games. But it just like what I'm saying, just play the game and end with a victory, man. That's it. Play smart and just end with a victory. I know it ain't gonna be easy, but just play and they get that dub so we can
Yeah,
move on.
them 3A games ain't never got ain't no easy victory. So
Man.
Man, we just gotta just play hard, man. We focus and lock in, we get the
Uh,
dub.
all right, man. What you doing in your bye week, man? How you spending your bye week, man?
Me, man, look, I'm waiting on to listen. I'm waiting to get off this phone call, this video chat. I'm about to go get on my dirt bike, and I'm about to go and enjoy my weekend. Tomorrow gonna be the same thing. My bike out here ready, so I'm about to go get. I'm about to go ride. As soon as I get off the phone with y'all, enjoy my weekend, man.
Hey, for sure, man.
I ain't mad at it. Well, again, like I said, man, we appreciate you for jumping on, man, giving us a little bit of your time. We ain't gonna hold you. We're gonna let you go and get on the bike, man, and go out there and have some fun, man. Again, man, this is Brandon Easton, our safety slash DB. We appreciate you for coming on, man. Until next time, up. I think it froze him up anyway. Other than that, till
Yeah,
next time, man. We appreciate you, man. We'll see you next Saturday.
yeah,
Oh, hold on, he just popped back in. I don't know if you
yeah.
heard me or not, Easton, but yeah.
What you say? I ain't heard you said the shit disconnected or something.
Yeah. So I was just saying we appreciate you for tuning in, man.
Oh
We ain't
yeah,
gonna
no
hold you
doubt.
too we ain't gonna hold you too long, let you get on your biking, man. Go and have some fun real quick and enjoy your 4th of July weekend, man. And
Alrighty.
we get ready for the Metro Detroit Raiders, man.
Yeah, I'm ready to continue. I'm ready to continue to play, man, and just have fun out there. I think this might be my last season, though. Might be my
Yeah.
last season,
I think a lot of people
like a
hanging it up after
50-50. I don't
this.
know.
I think a lot of people hanging it up after this, man. Especially the
Yeah.
ones that's been around this level for a good little minute. We all in that mode of however the chips fall, man. That's how they fall. But a lot of people thinking, hey, this is it, man.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
this is the last rodeo, man. So I'm about to have fun and play to my best abilities.
Facts. All right, man. See you next Saturday, man.
All right, man. I
All
see
right,
y'all.
bro.
All right.
All right.
All right. That was Brandon Neeson, everybody. Like I said, DB safety. veteran, been around for a
Yeah.
good little minute, man. We supposed to had a couple of more guests that showed up, but they couldn't make it. To things popped up in his life. We understand that. So, but what I do want
Yeah.
to talk about though, I don't know if it's like I said, it shouldn't hurt us, but it has nothing to do with us. But if you've been on social media, um, you would see an incident. Let me just say that. I'm gonna say incident. I mean, it was more than that, but an incident with a PFA with two PFA teams, Lima Warriors and the Michigan
Lyman.
Bills. I
Lyman
mean Lima.
Warriors.
I'm sorry. I always listen. I'm from Georgia, so
I
we're
know.
it's
I
Lima
know.
for us,
Yeah.
but Lima. I'm sorry. Let me correct that. Then Lima. Uh, and some fines, some bans, some suspensions. A lot of things came out of that situation. One of them, and like I said, I've been seeing mixed emotions about it, mixed comments about the situation. I think I might have asked you, Coach Will, earlier before the show really kicked off.
Yeah.
Uh, so it was some $1,000 fines that was handed down for certain players. I'm not gonna really give out the players' name and numbers or whatnot to be
Yeah.
able to even be eligible for return to the PFA. Um, how do you feel about the PFA issuing out these fines? It ain't even about the suspensions because that we can expect. We can expect the bans, but the fines. How do you feel about that, Coach Will?
You know what? I'm looking at it. I've been looking at it for a minute. I'm looking at it again now just to have clarity on it. It's a right and wrong way to go about that. I think with these fines, it honestly it depends on the what you did and how it got done and honestly it's a I think it's one of those things where it's good for the league, but I think it's kind of ahead of its time for what he wants to do. I think you had that structure of you want to hold teams accountable, you want guys to be disciplined, and to at the end of the day, whether you're the PFA or any lead that you have in this level, you're broadcasting it to the world. We have a stigma called what is it called? 37
37
U,
U.
right?
Yeah.
They put a stigma on semi-pro. You know what I'm saying? And we, it's whatever happened this past Saturday. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. That's for those teams to figure it out and what happened. But it's a stigma that they put on this game, right? And if we go out there each week and we act like it, then what are we really presenting to the world and to the fans of football? So as a commissioner or owner of a team or a league, you're doing what you think is best for your product because at the end of the day, it's your product. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if these guys will pay the fine. I don't know if they will appeal it. Um, I don't know if these players will appeal it or pay the fine. I feel like in the past has been seen, guys are I've seen it personally. Guys have been suspended or kicked out, and they magically find themselves on a team somewhere, or on a wearing another jersey that's not theirs. You realizing like, hi, we didn't see this number 25 last time. Where did this guy come? All that type of stuff. Uh, if you get fined, I think the fine is kind of egregious because then you're going to ask questions about like, where is it going to? Is it going towards the league? How is it going to be dispersed? All things like that. I think if they come up with those kind of questions, like those answers to those questions, you probably feel a little better about paying those fines. I do believe in disciplinary actions because, um, like you said, you have a product that you want to put out to the world, and same thing with us. We are the Cleveland
Yep.
Broncos, right? If every week we play a game, if we're caught on camera arguing on the sideline, fighting each other on the sideline, um, cursing and yelling and screaming and fighting. Somebody's going to pick that up and it's going to get to the world. And now they're going to say, okay, hey, the Cleveland Broncos, they're all about this. This organization or this team is about this. These guys are about this. We already know that some cities in Ohio and Michigan have reputation. You know what I'm saying? It's not a known. I mean, it's not an unknown thing. Certain cities have certain reps, and you want to be a team to not even have to go through this. Like, I think owners and players should have more discipline in themselves that you don't end up in this situation because uh, that was a $1,000 fine, $2,000 fine, a year and a half ban, probation periods. You know, you got all these bylaws and you got all these things that you violated. It sucks that you got to be the person to do it and pay it, but this is the part, I guess, of ownership they don't talk to you guys about. You know that our owners are already coming out of pocket for so much money, and that's another conversation, man. Because I think a lot of times, a lot of owners are underappreciated because a lot of players are taking advantage of these owners, and these owners are doing a lot for these players that are not talked about ever in public, maybe behind closed doors, but they're not talked about, and so your owner is already going through hell trying to get a game
Right.
set up. You know what I'm saying? Or and then you got to think about the commissioner, right? The commissioner, he has to, if you have certain teams and they drop out, now you have to um
Basically, scramble to
schedule new
find
games.
another game for him.
And that's not easy to do. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times as a player and as an organization, stupid stuff like this, and I am saying that because what I did see what happened, that's pretty, that stuff can be, fixed. That's not something that's a bonehead thing that you shouldn't be doing on the sideline and whatever. But at the end of the day, if that person if you subscribe to somebody's league or you're in somebody's business and they decide to find you a certain way, you might not like it, but it's their business. You're paying to be in their business to get your brand out there, and they have to protect their brand as well. Because if the commissioner doesn't, then he's basically saying this is okay. If you don't have any discipline action towards a team, now maybe $1,000 is
I,
egregious.
I
I'm
said
not.
I said that like I understand the direction he's going in. I understand the
Yeah,
direction he's going in. Um, but like with the fines, um, what I find players at this level, because most of these teams aren't paying, I probably want to fine. It would have been a 2 year ban or the 2 year
yeah,
suspension. But it's gonna bring up questions because see, I'm basically in the middle of it. Like I'm on the side of doing what's right and doing the disciplinary actions, but I'm also on the side of the players. Is okay if I pay this $1,000 fine, what is it helping? Where is it going? Like is
yeah,
it gonna be or are you gonna use it towards a neutral championship field? Things of those questions though. So again, I get it. I understand the mindset that Dunk has about it, but as a player or as a former player, I also got that question like
yeah,
I pay this thousand
yeah,
dollars. What is it for?
yeah. I think we both in agreement on that one because, like I said, I think that's a little too high. Like you said, the suspension and the ban, that's fine because that's a discipline that now you have to go search for another league to take your team in, and you still have to go through that due process. You know what I'm saying? I understand that, so I'm with you with that one.
What's up, Day Day checking in. He said Coach Will and Luther or Carlos or whatever his name right now, but I know I call him Luther. He checking in. He's saying what's up? What's going on, fellas? Man, hope y'all enjoying y'all weekend so far, man. But yeah, though,
Man, let's look in the bye week, man. It's a bye
definitely
week.
needed it,
Enjoy yourself, but not too
right?
much. Not
But
too
yeah,
much.
so I get it. So like I said, I'm in between. I can't take sides on this one. I like I said, I understand where the disciplinary coming from. I understand the direction he's trying to go because he's trying to change the face and the name of Pro Advancement. Well, you already been
Yeah,
calling it Pro Advancement, but he's trying to change
yeah,
the stigma that we got because like now, and you know what I hate, Coach Will. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I guess this is one of my rants for the day, but I hate
yeah.
when the players start calling this shit 30. Excuse my language. The players start calling it 37. Have some respect, man. Like 30,
Please, it's not that. That's all bad
bro. Like,
stigma,
I
bro.
don't think people understand that. Like, the fact that y'all are calling yourself 37U in y'all own videos and tags and bro, that's meant to be disrespectful. And the dude,
And a lot of y'all not even
yeah, and
37,
the
man.
dude who came up with it, I mean, he cool because I done met him before. I met him last year when the Broncos went down to Cincinnati to play in the refs classics with the PFA. But um,
Yeah.
we gotta stop calling ourselves 37U. We got to, like, you disrespecting your own self and don't even realize it. Stop calling us
Yeah.
37U. I mean, again, like I just said, I think I said Gabe. Gabe, I don't know your real age, but Gabe got to be under 21.
Yeah.
So why are we calling ourselves 37U? Like, I don't know how you feel about that 37U name, man.
I like you said, it gives a bad stigma to what semi-pro is trying to do. And I did see something earlier this week, and I would disagree with this publicly. There has been guys that have made it second level or to the next level outside of semi-pro. I know a few. I've seen a few that of teams that I've been on, guys that have went to that second level, whether it is college or arena or a pro tryout. Guys get tryouts, and guys get sent tape all the time. It's a coach that I talked to in a practice a couple weeks ago. Um, we had a joint practice. There's a coach I talked to, and he told me about a guy that he got a coaching position at the next level. You know what I'm saying? It's all on you. Uh, I feel like at this level, anything is possible. Yes, there is 18. It starts at 18 and up, but it doesn't mean the end of the road. A lot of guys do come in this for film, whether it be, like I said, for a pro arena or overseas going and playing, in Canada or in Europe. There's endless possibilities in this league, and if you kind of minimalize it to just saying 37U, you're kind of basically giving it to what that stigma is, unless we change that. So I'm all for the change of semi-pro football because it's not. It's to some guys, yes, it's still a passion. You get up, you roll off your couch, put your pads and your cleats on, your helmet, and you go to war. You bang out for a couple hours on a Saturday, and you go home. And that's a passion for some guys, and that's cool. It should be space in this to do everything. It's space for guys that want to get to the next level, and guys that are just coming to get out the house or enjoy their Saturday or to let out some steam or because it's their passion. I feel like with each teams in the leagues, you should have an understanding of that, and you should, if you see it as guys on your team or players that are trying to get to that next level, coach them up, preach, make sure they're doing the right things. That way you're not getting in their way, and that you're putting them on the front or the forefront. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to have the stigma of what Smart Pro is and what it's been for the past. This stigma has been around for
Some years.
since like about 10 plus years. When I first came in 2010, 2011, there's a lot of powerhouse semi-pro teams, and a lot of those guys were former college D1 athletes, some pro NFL guys. They stuck around for a while. Those back in that era, from probably 2010 and probably before that, a little bit after that, there was real smash mouth football, like real competitive. Wasn't no showing out, wasn't no showboat, and there wasn't no making fun of it. We took they guys took this craft very serious, and I feel like a lot of times nowadays it gets kind of lost on people where you coming out to play a game and you don't really have the respect for it. You don't want to play a sport or play something that you don't have respect for because you're not going to respect yourself or the people around you, and you end up in situations like with the Bills are in, with the Lima Warriors are in, and countless other teams. Every year we see a team or a player go through the same thing, and they have the same stigma, and it won't ever change because you don't want it to change. A lot of times people are comfortable where they at because it's comfortable to them and they don't grow.
Yeah.
Change is uncomfortable, but also change is inevitable. So whether it be with Dunk's lead or any other lead that's starting up, they're trying to change the outlook of what this is for a lot of guys. And me personally, I'm sad to see Jermaine give it up. I understand that it's probably a heavy burden on him, so he probably just let it go. I feel like it should be somebody else if it's not him to take the reins and to carry that lead or carry another lead uh, prestigious the way he did and try their best to change what this is. And at the same time, it has to do with a lot of teams and players. You got to want to change this for yourself.
True.
You got to want to change that,
Hey,
man.
let me make a correction. I just seen somebody correct me and said Gabe isn't under 21. So okay, so he's older than 21. My bad, Gabe. If you're
Yeah,
watching, I apologize. I want to correct that. I thought he was younger than that, so my bad on that, Gabe. But yeah, I want to pick it back off what you said. I came into this level. Uh, I'm gonna say pro advancement, but when I came into this level of semi pro wasn't a bad name. Again, I
hmm,
started, and I want to say 2008, but I played in Georgia. That's where I'm from, so I played in Atlanta. And we had these same teams, but the difference then and now is, like you said, we actually love the game more than we love to play the game more than we actually did anything else, and we took pride in it. I think now people lost pride in, and also I'm gonna stick by this. I'm gonna stick by this narrative, and can't nobody change my mind because it's showing. It's showing now. We didn't know who back when I started. Like I said, we didn't know who. We knew who we were playing, but we didn't know the players we was playing because there was no semi-pro board. There was no. There was
yeah,
no. Let's get on here and troll. The Atlanta Prime. We didn't know who the Prime had unless it was somebody that you knew somebody over there. We
yeah,
respected that, and like I said, we kept everything football related off social media. You showed up to the game. You didn't. Again, you never knew who you were gonna play, and I think a lot of people lost respect for that, and a lot of people lost respect. It gives too many people a voice, and some of these people don't need a
yeah,
voice. Some of
yeah.
them, and listen, no knock towards anybody who gets on the pro pages or the pro advancement pages and troll, but it
Getting
gets
old,
old.
man.
Like it gets old. Like I don't get on the intro. I don't even get on. Only time you're gonna see my name on those boards is when I'm sharing something Broncos related. Um, let me show Jimmy's comment. He said semi pro got a bad rep because players stopped having fun and got more concerned with personal accomplishments. I agree.
I agree. I agree with that. You got guys who can't wait to post a picture and they had no stats in the game. You got 30 pictures and your stat line is terrible. Not even a stat line. You got some stat lines where they don't show up in the game. You made it great. You help you get some good blocks in. You did whatever, and it shows up. The guys know. You don't even have that. I think a lot of guys want social media fame, and they want to feel important, which is that's a personal issue. And if you want to do that, cool. But be respectable about it. Don't sit there and troll online. I don't even go on those pages. I had to literally find it because I don't go on none of those Samara Pro pages anymore because of what I see. Every time I scroll in there is what I see. And I just get off of it because it's not good to look at. It's not fun to look at. A lot of these guys are trolling, and then you troll and you lose. It makes you even look even worse. You sitting trolling and then your team lose or you get hurt or something stupid happens. Now you look 10 times worse because you're sitting online um, antagonizing people for no reason. So I think, like you said, a lot of guys stay off social media, put the work in behind the scenes, and then show it on the field.
And
You
what's
know,
worse is because some of the trolls are on a 1-6 football team. You won one game and you trolling. Like
yeah,
that's why I say they took the fun out of football and made it more about who can get more likes on social media. And I
yeah,
and I think that hurt the game a little bit. Like I said, it took the passion away from the game, and a lot of us older players and vets. That's why we hanging it up or hung it up because it went in a different direction that a lot of us we don't want to be
yeah,
associated with. And I've mentioned it multiple times. I probably said it 1,000 times, and I said 1,000 more times. And even Luther just said, "Make football great again." Like let's get
yeah,
away from the trolling. Let's actually just put in the work, get on the field, and show what we got. Like at this point, and like you said, is every year is something like this, whether it's a big fight, and it all. I feel like it all just comes from the social media and guys just being tough that don't have to be tough. Play between the whistles. Play between the lines. Play between the whistles, man. And I don't know. Hopefully this level can get a better recognition. But that 37U, we gotta kill that. We gotta kill that. We have to kill that 37U stigma, man, and just make this about pro advancement again. Shout out to Chip, man. I see you checking in. He said amen to that. Yeah, Chip, like that's why a lot of the people, a lot of the older vets and
Yeah.
coaches and players are just stepping away from it because it ain't the same no more.
It's not fun showing up to the games, and you can tell when you get to the gate that a player or players our head is not in the game, and they worry about the wrong things. And then you looking at it from the sideline, you looking at it like, man, I would get crucified for thinking or saying something like this back when I played. Like it's not even a thing that we should be doing. But I think with I don't want to sound like the old guy, and I am, so I'm sorry. Um, I think it's going to take um, older players, veterans, old owners, coaches to get a part of a league and turn that around. We want to change a culture. We want to change the stigma of certain things, and I feel like if we were to find a way to change it ourselves, whether it be an older player, older coach that they want to make a direction better, that they can do that. Because if not, it's going to stay the way it's going to stay. And then a lot of times you're going to have guys traveling 2 or 3 hours to go play for a team because the team that's around the corner from them couldn't get it together, or the players couldn't get it together, or they're not helping out their team. They're being more selfish. And now you got to go drive 3 or 4 hours away just to try out for a team. And it shouldn't be that way. I rather guys, I like it like that with Michigan, PA, Ohio, West Virginia. Like, keep that, but make it respectable. Don't just have 30 teams in each city, doing something different.
So Jim,
I think a lot.
my bad. So Jimmy said, I have said it. If I have said it, the game is passing some of us up, not our abilities, but our mental acceptance for the disrespect this level offer. And then Chip again said, "It's rec league football." Yeah, it you can call it rec league football, but Chip, you've been around long enough to know that back in the
Yeah,
day, some of the players did make it out of this level, and that's because you didn't
yeah,
have the BS going behind a lot of things. Darius Prince, prime example. I forgot who he played for in semi-pro, but got a shot playing. Got a shot to go to the training camp for the Philadelphia Eagles. I think he even played in one of the preseason games. Yeah,
preseason
you
games.
can
Yeah,
make it from this level, even though people, like I said, you called it rec league. Yeah, it might be rec league, but you got to think back at that time. Back then, you had discipline. Now, it's hard to make it from this level because if you got to, like I said, think about it. That video of the fight that just happened last week. Oh, It's been circulated all around social media. Everybody has
hmm,
saw it, and if you haven't, it's easy to find. I promise you, all you got to do is just type in PFA, and I promise you that video will probably 9 times out of 10 pop
yeah,
up.
correct.
You got to think.
Yeah,
Some of these crash outs don't, and I hate to call them crash outs. Some of these crash outs, this is why they still stuck at this level. Is
hmm,
because people see this. People see this, and hold on. Chip said no. Don't get me wrong. It hasn't always. Yeah, it hasn't always been this way. To me personally, I think it really got this way maybe a couple of years ago. Because like even when me moving to Ohio in 2015, I started with Jimmy. That's how I ended up with Jimmy with the original RC Broncos. Half of
yep,
the time when I played, I didn't even know who we was lining up against. I knew of the team, but we didn't have a board to where we
hmm,
can sit there and just chat it up and talk shit to each other the whole week, and then come game day. Because once you start talking in those boards, it leads up to the
yeah,
game. Now the game is here. Now the person you've been talking shit to the whole time, now he like, oh, now I want to see you back up the shit you was talking on that board. And now
Yeah,
that's when the
yeah,
disrespect comes in because now it done left football and it done went to getting disrespectful. That's the problem.
yeah,
Again, I mean, I said 1,000 more times. I feel like that's the problem. Get rid of these boards. Get rid of some
yeah.
of these boards.
Once you start, and if you have them, make them for coaches. I mean, I'm sure they got one for just coaches and owners. They should have one for just that. Coaches talking to owners, owners talking to coaches, and leave it at that. Because, like you said, it gives guys too many opportunities to do something foolish on the social media. Listen, man, the social media stuff is a drug to some of these people. A lot of people are addicts to the social media, and I get it. Some people make their living off of it. If you're getting paid from it, that's a different thing. But if you're just on there just doing something just to do it, it's not looking good. It's looking like you need to get some help. But man, I said it takes players and owners to want to do that for themselves. A lot of guys got to wake up and find out what they want from themselves and from this league. If you're looking at certain organizations or certain things that people let go or that they do, uh, that's on you. But
So,
it'll change. It'll change for the good or the bad. It's going to be either or. I feel like it should change for the better, but it takes more guys that want to see that change to actually make that change. Because if you leave it as it is now, there won't be any teams around Northeast Ohio or in this area or anywhere in Ohio where it's going to be good. You might have a team, but what kind of quality of player you're going to have? You're going to have 30 bodies that are just bodies, or you're going to have 30 or 40 solid guys that are football players and that'll get the job done. It's a difference in having a team full of guys who will run through a brick wall for you and actually play the game, and a team full of 30 guys who just show up just to show up.
definitely agree. So I'm gonna read off a couple of these comments. Chip said, "I haven't seen it, but it's more than that. You have way more players that treat this as recreation than those who see it as opportunity or a second chance to make it." Yeah, and I agree with you on that. A lot of them treat this as rec, and honestly, some of the players treat it as an opportunity to go next level. Get your film
Yeah.
and show these, especially the younger guys. Get your film, show these JUCOs, D3s, D2s, whatever. Hey, look, I can play. If I could
What's
play with the grown men, I'm pretty sure I could play on your level, whether it's college.
what's, what's our guy that just got in the Mount
Yeah,
Union?
like our
Jim?
guy that's just going to Mount Union. Got his film up. He been had film regardless, but got his film up, and then he's going next level, and he takes it serious. And then you got those players, like you said, they roll off the couch. Ain't played in 20 years, just rolling off the couch. They on the sideline smoking Black and Miles during the game. They don't take it serious. Like at
Yeah,
some point, we
I
we got
hate
to
that.
start eliminating those guys, and that's how I feel about it. And
I,
then, like Jimmy said, the sacrifice some of us make isn't appreciated the way it should be. I totally agree. Again, some of y'all, a lot of y'all know, and a lot of y'all don't know how much it costs to run the team. Like it's nowhere near cheap. It's nowhere near
I
cheap.
I've been around before in some of those meetings with certain organizations and certain owners, and I see what they put on the books for field refs, teams, when guys don't pay their fee. I know where I've seen the cost that the owners go through, and a lot of times I'll tell you, man, if a player who bull craps around, if you see what an owner pays for just 5 games, no, not even a whole season, let's say about 3 or 4 games, you will crap your pants because it's way more money than what you think. And they're showing you grace by letting you participate still by owing fees or by being disrespectful sometimes because they have a goal in mind. They have a love for the game and they look at this game in a different way than you might do it. Um, I do feel like it's a lot of owners out there that are unappreciated. I want to say that it's more than just a few teams. I talked to a few different owners. It's not just up here. It's a lot of guys that are going through that stuff. I think I just wish players would be more respectful to their team. Um, you can play for the name on the back. But when you put the jersey on, the first thing they see is the name on the front. And that's who you playing for. You playing for your brother next to you. You playing for your guy that you're going to war with. It's not just about you. Unless if you're going trying to go next level, you can see that. But you don't think a coach is going to see that a guy's playing for his brother and not just playing for himself. A coach can tell when a guy is out there stat padding and trying to get highlights for himself, or when the guy's out there being a teammate. You have to sacrifice and lay down your body for the next man. And this is what football really is. And a lot of guys don't understand that because they come out with that me mentality. You have a me mentality, you won't go anywhere in life. And that's just not even football. That's just in life. You can't do anything in this lifetime by yourself, let alone football. So players have to change that mentality going into these games. I don't care who you play for. I don't care what you do. You got to play for each other.
And on that note, I like the way you think. And on that note, that's how we go end this segment, man. And this show, rather.
Yeah.
So again, like I said, I appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. I appreciate for Brandon Easton for popping on today a little bit, talking a little bit. We just, like I said, we wanted to give our take on this situation that happened with the PFA League and the two teams. That's basically what we just came from talking about. But other than that, man, if y'all in Cleveland, man, make sure y'all pop out next week, July 11th, 5 p.m. We are Cleveland Central Catholic. We taking on the Metro Detroit Raiders out of the PAFL. I'm sorry, out of the P. Look to move to 5-1 on the season. Anything else you want to say, Coach Will, before we close this one out?
Man, to our players, man, enjoy your bye week, but stay ready. To everybody else is watching, man, it's the 4th of July weekend. Be safe. Be safe. Be safe. You're not getting out till like Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. So
I'm telling you. All right, well, until then, we appreciate y'all for checking in and tuning in with Inside the Stable, and we out.